Okay, so if we're trying to find if we're given a graph, whether it's a hyperbola or a truncus, we may be asked to find the equation to that. So we do that by looking at the key information in the graph, particularly the asymptotes, because they're just substitutions into the equation, and then also by using this point and substituting x and y values. So just like we've done before. So we write down our general equation, y equals a x minus h plus k, and we look at our asymptotes. We've got an asymptote at x equals 1, so that tells us that h is 1. We also have a horizontal asymptote here of y equals 2. So k will equal 2. So we'll put that in. So we say that y equals a over x minus 1 plus 2. Now, this is where our other point comes into play. Now, I've just chosen the y-intercept. It's a key point. It has to be identified, but any point could do. So to do that, what we do, we take our equation here, and instead of x, we put 0, and instead of y, we put 3. So that's what we're going to do. And then we solve for a. So I'll say a over 0 minus 1 plus 2 equals 3. So we simplify this, we end up with a over negative 1 equals 1, and from there a equals negative 1. So our equations are being y equals negative 1 over x minus 1 plus 2. Now, moving on to truncus, we go through things exactly the same way. We've got an asymptote here at x equals negative 1, and then another one there at y equals 0. So, we'll end up with y equals a over x plus 1, because it's negative 1, it's plus 1 over here, all squared, and because it's at 0, k is 0, so we don't have to write anything else. So then we solve for a. Y equals a over, and instead of x, we're going to put our 0, because that's what we've got there. Plus 1, all squared. I'm going to remove this y. Bear with me while I press the undo button a few times. Okay, so now that we've got the equation, we'll substitute our x for 0 and y for a half. So we'll have a 0 plus 1 squared equals 1 over 2. From there we've got a over 1 equals 1 over 2, so a equals 1 over 2. And our function ends up looking like y equals 1 over 2 x minus or plus 1 squared. So that's what our final equation ends up looking like. Because our value for a is a half, we end up with putting our 1 on top and 2 at the bottom. So that's how we go about finding an equation if we're given a graph.